Okay guys, Glenn and Dave, 54 bus, we're back. What are we in, Dave?
New scow. Picked up 2005 198 champion. Glenn went and sold the Bass Cat, so we needed a little fun toy, so we got this little runabout.
Yeah, so it's our maiden voyage. Quick little look around. We got the Mercury Pro XS 250. Should be good for a couple speeding tickets. No doubt. No doubt. So we've talked to you guys before about, you know, the boats that we've run. Dave's tiller and my Bass Cat. They're nothing extravagant. I did buy the new Pro Guide. We'll be doing a rundown on that in the next week or so, but we probably could afford new $80,000 and $90,000 boats, but
can't justify it.
It's hard to justify it. And for us, we don't need that to do what we do for this channel, and in most cases most of you don't have that, so it's an easy fit for us. This is 1/3 or a quarter of the cost of a new one.
Absolutely.
And same as my Pro Guide, so it's a lot easier to justify that cost. But it's going to take a lot of rigging, right, Dave? You looked at it a bit. It's not going to be something that we're just going to do in one day.
No, running the transducer cables to run my electronics, and it's got a hot foot, which I'm not really a fan of. I'd like to get rid of that, but that's going to involve a lot of swearing and a good day in the shop probably, because it's just tricky. There's no easy way to do it.
No, so we're gonna be kind of updating you guys as we go along each step of the way, and like, oh, here we did something new today. Same as my boat, I got a lot of rigging to do on it just to get it set up the way I want, because I got it late last year and there was already fall time.
Yeah, that's right.
So we'll be kind of doing things as we go, and once we get into musky season a week out and we're fishing in Dave's boat here, we'll kind of run through. Obviously it's got Ultrex motor. That's all new to us. We're not in the bass world, so we'll kind of explain things as we go, as we learn on the fly, right?
Because it will be a big learning curve. You know, it might seem like it's just like the Bass Cat, but it's totally different.
Yeah, so kind of stick with us. We're gonna do a little bit of bass fishing today, kind of get used to stuff in Dave's boat, and I'll be out probably tomorrow, do a little bit in my boat, and we'll kind of combine those. And part of today is Dave and I are going to do a segment on preview of Musky 2024.
Yep.
And we got 5 lures in the boat that they may be the best lures we got. They may turn out to be duds. We don't know, but they're 5 lures that we think could make an impact on our season.
Just something that caught our eye.
Caught our eye, exactly. So we're going to take a couple moments here shortly to do that, and we'll be back with you guys. The first time we're sharing the front of the boat together, buddy.
You know.
Hey. All right. Oh, you can even see yourself on that one. So we got a little box of goodies. Actually, it's not a Clarky bait. I probably shouldn't show that, but you guys already seen that Clarky bait. So previewing some lures for the season, we got too many to go through. So I told Dave, I'm like, just grab a couple that stick out. He grabbed a couple, I grabbed 3. I'll go first, and it's something that we've talked about a little bit on the channel, and it's the Ridgeway cranks. And Dave's had such good luck with those triple Ds.
That was money.
And I did get some of those triple Ds. You guys seen that in that last video. I'm getting some dressed tails for those. I think I'll just kind of give it a little je ne sais quoi.
Yeah.
But these, it's not really a crankbait with that lip angle on it. It's almost more like a pull bait. You can just cast this, pull it in, it'll lock. It's got a big roll to it, or you can twitch it. And they've caught a lot of fish all over the Midwest. And I think now that we got a bunch up here, and with the more durable aluminum lip, I think we can actually beat these into the rocks a little bit.
Oh, you won't be scared of it.
You won't be scared of it. So one that I'm looking forward to is definitely the Ridgeway. And you picked one of yours, Dave. It's like Christmas.
Oh yeah, it's all pokey death in here though.
Nothing will stick to that? Oh, you're good.
Yeah, this one. I know Glenn just did a video on this last week.
Yep. The Warhammer,
yeah.
from
And
Toddy Tickle Baits.
I like it because Glenn had an SRJ last year.
Yep.
And it was very similar color, and it came alive in the water. It was very realistic looking. So when we were down at Odyssey, Glenn grabbed that Superman one, and I instantly went to this one. I'm hoping it hasn't been in the water yet, but I'm hoping it has the same look.
Yeah, and that video's right here, guys. You can kind of see how it looks, but it looks great. And like Todd says, you can cast them a mile, and they run all kinds of speeds: fast, slow, medium.
I'm thinking it'll be nice to pull fish off the beach, get over the weed bed coming out early in the year, so to cover all of it.
Yeah, so that's definitely one that I think is going to be a highlight. And I got, so our buddy Matthew Chase has really been a big supporter of what we've done, eh, Dave? We got
Absolutely.
a bunch of his stuff.
Fantastic guy too.
Yep, so we got a bunch of his stuff, and we definitely got to talk about a couple of his bigger baits there, the Mad Skipper and the Mad Skidder. But the one I wanted to talk about, and the one I'm really excited for, is this mini Mad Tail. And it's tiny by, you know, Musky standards, but it's almost like a castable fly with a single treble in there. You can run that just like that. And I will be getting a lightweight rod from my buddy Matt, a Thorn Brother rod that's kind of built for these little castable flies. Sure. So think of like a downsizer rod. And then Matthew sends it with this blade attachment, or you can run a spinner bait attachment on it. So you can do a lot with it, but I like it just like a castable fly. And I'm thinking early season, one of the main weed beds that Dave and I like to fish, it'll stay over top of all that stuff. And I think if it's like his big Mad Tail, it'll be one that you can just run like that through the water, and
it's nice and heavy. It's good.
It's gonna be nice. I think that's gonna be one that is gonna fit our style, and it's gonna fit a spot that we haven't really had a bait to do that.
It's a totally different profile in the water.
Yeah. So that's the mini Mad Tail from Mad Chase Lures, and as soon as I get some underwater footage of this, you guys will get that. And let's show them the new mini Mad Tail. This one we're really looking forward to.
Now this is one dress treble with a head keeled in front of it that can be detached. You can run it with blades in front like this, or a spinner bait, or even cast it on its own like a castable fly.
Yeah.
And my idea is you can possibly also run that as a burger rig behind stuff. So there's a lot of options.
And when we talked about it, you asked what color. I was like black and green, because Richie's Lake, Eagle Lake.
So we called it the Eagle Lake Special.
And you can't go wrong with that color. So best of luck in the show, and appreciate all your support and everything we do, and anything we can do to help, just ask. We're here to help.
Right back at you, man.
Right on.
Thanks, guys.
And for next one there, Dave.
Another Odyssey find, Samson metalhead.
Samson Baitworks metalhead.
13-inch.
Yeah, Joe
pike
Samson.
pattern. I love diving rides. I'm a huge suet guy. So when I see something like this, it's gonna take a beating. And we haven't played with it yet, though. We haven't had him in the water. But I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. He built you that 15-incher.
Yeah, and the Sunset Jailbird.
Dead sexy.
Yeah, so Joe reached out prior to Odyssey, and it was another one of those, we have so many lures, how many can we do? And we built a bit of a rapport, and I was like, you know what? We like to support the small builders. And when we met him at Odyssey, super nice guy. I'll go through my footage. I know we did talk to him a little bit. I'm not sure how much we got on video. We did do a video segment with him. If I have it, you'll see it here. And again, like Dave says, another Odyssey find, and there's so many cool bait builders out of that Southern Ontario area. All right, guys, here's Samson Baitworks. Here's Joe right here. He did a custom bait for us in our Sunset Jailbird. We'll be taking that one home later today. How's it going so far, Joe?
Good.
Looks good. You got a little bit of a lineup here. You got some activity happening around the
Those
road.
are all sold at the bottom there,
Nice.
and sold a few today. So
Good.
in the hands of fishermen, hopefully.
That's awesome.
a big fish.
Yeah, we'll be taking that one home later, and we'll come back around and we'll talk with you a little bit later about it.
Sounds great.
Good stuff. And for my last one, this is another huge one. And this is a chatterbait from SS Lures, but I asked them to put it without the chatter blade on it, and I added a couple blades at the back. So yeah, it's a bit of a rip-off on a grenade, but it gives me the ability to add that chatterbait blade back on there, and I have another one identical to this with the chatter blade. It's got single upturned hook on the head, and then articulating body, and then 2 more trebles tucked inside here, and a treble right at the back. And
that is a thick bait.
It's a big heavy bait. It's not for the faint of heart, but I asked them to do it 2 ways, one with the chatterbait and one just basically just a pull bait. And I'm hoping that we can use this as a countdown bait, very similar to a grenade, and it's a slightly different profile than a grenade. So those of you who are like, hey, why don't you just use a grenade? We do use grenades, but this is something a little bit different, and SS Lures are making some amazing baits, and we actually ran their chatterbaits a bit last year, Dave, and I know it's something that we want to run a bit more this year, now that we kind of know how they work. All right, I'm here in the SS Lures booth. This is the new Monster.
Yes, this is Monster chatterbait.
So what we're doing, they sent us some baits last year, and you sent the lighter model, the heavier model, and when we shared our 12 Days of Odyssey, it was our most shared video. Everybody loves that little chatterbait. And when you reached out about the new Monster, I was like, yeah, absolutely, we'll take one of those. And I asked for one without the chatter attachment on it, and we can use it in a couple different ways. So we're really looking forward to trying them in different fashions. And then you also give us some chatterbait heads in different weights that we can use in front of swim baits or like that. Perfect, yeah. So we're really looking forward to trying those, and these monster baits are crazy.
Thank you.
They look really good, and you asked what color we wanted, and I was like, yeah, we gotta have like a black perch. You guys do amazing work, and thanks for reaching out.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it, guys. SS Lures. That's 3 baits that we're looking forward to for the season. And again,
there's a bunch more. That's just what we grabbed.
yeah, that's just 3 that kind of stood out at us for the sake of kind of giving you guys a preview. And when we get into the season next year or next week, we'll talk about what our plan is for the year, because we got a couple cool things coming.
Yeah, we do. We do.
And like usual, we're going to do a ton of underwater footage for you guys. We're gonna think outside the box on that too.
Yeah, we got a few ideas in the works. We just gotta wait for the water to warm up a little bit.
Yeah, so
nasty.
Right now we're sitting on Indian Lake Chain, and as we were coming across, water's not even at 60 degrees. It's like mid to high 50s. We'll kind of see what it's like over the course of the day. I'm gonna reach out to Hunter at Temple Bay. I'll reach out to a couple of the people up on Cedar. I'll reach out to our buddy Steve Smith on Edward and just get a feel for water temps this week.
We're bass fishing today, but we will be checking some spots so we can let you know on weed growth what it's like, if it's up, stuff like that. So
yeah,
it's kind of exploratory. We like to do it at the end of the year.
Water levels are?
They're up.
They're up. So I think almost everybody that's coming up here that follows knows we've been getting a lot of rain, big storms. Almost every lake's up a foot, probably 1.5 feet. Some are up more than that.
We needed it though.
So all the concerns of low water, pretty much gone now.
Yeah.
We're pretty well good there. So for now, we're gonna do a little bit of casting, some bass lures around here, see if we can hook up 1 or 2. We're not gonna film the bass fishing because, like, let's face it, that's not what we're about. But we are gonna jump back on here a couple times throughout this, afternoon and give you some updates on what it is we're thinking or seeing. So we'll be right back. Well, proud owner of Mr. Champion, how'd you go today?
But not bad. We broke the cable for the troller, so we found out some stuff we have to buy just to keep spares so we can fix stuff on board. We had to go to a buddy's camp to get the troller going, but it was okay. Uneventful, which is what we wanted.
Yeah, all in all.
Yeah.
No, all in all, I think that was pretty solid first run.
Yep.
You guys will be seeing a lot of this boat. Start season, we'll probably use mine mostly just because we're rigged up for cameras and stuff. Like we had said earlier, it's going to take us a bit to...
It's going to take a bit to get my electronics in here and figure out mounting cameras.
Yeah, so...
Destroying the boat.
Yeah, so bear with us on that, but guaranteed by, you know, mid part of the summer, we'll be ripping around in this and enjoying the high speed runs when we want to again.
And the overtime's still available.
Yep, so we're pretty well covered on boats for a while. What did we see today out here, Dave?
The highest we seen was 62, I believe.
Yeah, in the back bay, so I think it's going to fluctuate a lot with the water level and just with what we're getting for weather. We got another storm rolling through. Our buddy Blair at camp said that the bass has been kind of hit and miss because the water levels are high. We did see one muskie, raised one muskie, obviously not on purpose, guys, using an X-Wrap. Shallow, sandy, rocky area for where we seen that.
The weeds are up.
Yeah, weed growth looked pretty good in a couple spots. There is very little pencil weeds and stuff around shore, so you can't really use that as a guide yet.
Oh, that's right. But the weed beds are up to where they should be, so...
Yep, so I
was
think
nice.
for next weekend, any of the lakes where you're expecting to see weeds, you should at least have something started there. And
I would say by opener, all the lakes should be 65.
should be right in there, 60 to 65. I don't think it's supposed to be super hot this week, so
Nope.
we'll
As long as
touch.
we don't get those crazy cold nights, we'll be
Yeah,
okay.
we'll touch base with you guys again before, you know, we get right close to the weekend there. But for now, for the first run in and we won't say the name, Dave's got a really cool name picked out for the boat. Just waiting on the decals for that.
Yep.
But it'll fall right in line with what we've been doing there.
It should, yeah.
It should, yeah. All right, I guess for now, 54 Bust is out of here. We'll see you guys out on the water
Later.
later.